Hello, chat. I don't know what happened with the layout just now. You can see the background. That is so scuffed. What happened? Anyways, how's everyone doing? I hope you're vibing. I hope you're thriving, having the best time. Happy it's Saturday, right? It has been a week. It has been a week. But today we are shiny hunting on my Japanese copy of SoulSilver. Last time that I shiny hunted for the starters on stream was on the English copy. So you might be wondering why? Why am I on a Japanese copy? The answer is quite simple. I got a shiny starter. I'm not gonna say what, because I might save that for another time. But because I'm participating in something called the Full Odds Showdown, I figured that I would hunt for them again. What was my trainer ID on this one? Oh, that's nice. It's symmetrical, kind of, yeah. You know what I mean. So I was considering double hunting, essentially, because I do have an English copy of HeartGold that I restarted for this. But then I was like, if I tried doing that, I'm not gonna be able to read chat at all. And I think that's kinda sad. Yo! I didn't know what I had set my heckin' member notification for. That's the first heckin' channel member notification I've ever gotten. Was that the heckin'... Was that Undertale dog noise? Did that play for you guys, or was it just for me? It might have just been for me. But that was really good. Yeah, I realized, oh, actually, I might be able to... How many members do we have right now? I don't think that I'll be able to spam it. You know what? I was considering maybe going into, like, I think it's Streamlabs. I haven't messed with those notifications in ages. But, I could probably go in the dashboard there and do the test notification thing and just do it, like, 20 times. Shiny Graveler. Okay, but did you catch it? Did you catch it? Because that scares me a little. What happened to Autotune? That's a good question. Actually, I don't know if it's Chipmunk mode or Autotune. You guys let me know. Is this Autotune or is this Chipmunk mode? Sometimes it breaks. I don't heckin' know. Anyways, let's get this going. Okay, it's Autotune, we good. Listen, I'm not gonna do Autotune all the time. I'm not just my Autotune. You know what, we'll do it. There's enough time for us to hit 1,000 encounters. I think so. Also, is my auto counter working? Oh, I think I messed up. Hold on. We've done like 3 encounters and I don't think it's added any of them. Yeah, I messed it up. Hold on. I need to completely restart my auto counter. That's kind of a pain. Because whenever I launch my auto counter, the capture freezes. And then I have to close the capture. So then you guys get to see what's underneath the screens. So let me close those. Reopen it. Set up the whole thing. It's so scuffed. I'm sorry. We go to the thing. We go to the thing. If I can find it. This is all very complicated. Basically, I have an application that monitors my screen to see if it can notice a certain combination of pixels on the screen. If it recognizes an image for long enough, it adds numbers. Let's see. We're gonna do this. We're gonna put the increment at 3. We're gonna set it to my capture card. And if I set this up properly, let me just add like 6. I think we've done at least 6 encounters. But let me see. Is it working? No. Good to know. Everything's working as it should. Oh, I hate this for me. Why does everything have to break? Listen, this is so incredibly scuffed. Hold on. I can fix this. I can fix her. You know what? While we're doing this, let's just turn on Autotune. I hope it breaks into chipmunk mode out of nowhere. I can't hear it myself, so that makes it even better. Let's see. Okay, I know where I went wrong here. I gotta close the thing again. I gotta reopen the thing, and by doing so, it's gonna freeze the capture. Yep. And then I close the other thing, and then I open the thing. And then I set up the counter again. Oh my gosh. Shiny hunting is hard. Oh man. Okay. We put the increment at 3. We do the thing. And everything should work next time we do this. Next time it gets to the logo, it's gonna add 3 encounters to it. Come on. 6:15. Yes! Let's go! Let's fucking go! Listen, we're not gonna do Autotune all the time. I know you guys love it. But I can't just be my Autotune. I did it though. I did it. I'm a gamer. The scuff has been fixed. I realized the reason why the counter wasn't working is because the window that it was supposed to be monitoring was closed. Because I closed and reopened my heckin' streaming software before starting the stream. I don't know why I did that. I think it's just a habit. But then I kind of forgot that that makes the counter stop working. But it's okay, because it works now. It's magical. And now I gotta make sure that I have chat up on the same screen so I don't have to keep looking down at a different monitor. Let's heckin' go. So, I'm participating in this, I guess, competition. Oh wait, Team GBA is winning right now. Let's go. Oh yeah, I'm on Team GBA. Would you believe it? Would you believe it if the team that I ended up being assigned to is for a device that I don't really use? I honestly didn't think I would be adding a single GBA shiny to the board, but I did. So I really should have been streaming all this, but I've also been shiny hunting a lot at like unreasonable times. Like 2 a.m. Though actually I don't think I got any shinies at 2 a.m. I think the latest was like 1 something? 1 a.m. That's not good though. Get sleep at a reasonable time, guys. Don't be like me. But actually, let's not talk about the GBA one yet. I actually not only got a shiny on the board, I got 2 shinies on the board. 2 of those points for Team GBA are mine. So I had never gotten a shiny in a Gen 5 Pokemon game, ever. I may have, so there is a video that I did years ago where I was talking about some of my shiny encounters that I had, and I think that I mentioned vaguely remembering getting a shiny Sandile. But here's the thing. That's too vague. I don't count that. I have no proof that that ever happened. It could be something that I dreamed about, for all I know. So in my mind, with 100% certainty, well, I guess not 100%, 99% chance, I had never found a shiny in a Gen 5 game that wasn't guaranteed. And so I wanted to find a Gen 5 shiny during this event, or at least get started on a hunt for one. Cause like, I've been shiny hunting for like 10 years. How can I not have a Gen 5 shiny? I've gotten a Gen 2 shiny, but not Gen 5? That's ridiculous. So I started up a new save file of Pokemon White 2 and went to, I believe it was Route 5. Whichever one has Minccino and Trubbish and Gothita or Solosis, depending on the game. I went over there because I think it has a good variety of Pokemon, and they're all Gen 5 Pokemon, so that's good for me. Because I want to get a Gen 5 shiny in a Gen 5 game. So, I think it was 1,072 encounters, and I found a shiny Minccino. I'm really happy about that. That was my #1 target. I would be happy with anything, but it also, you only get your first shiny in a generation once. So you kind of want it to be good, if you have a choice in that. Though, to be fair, after that, I was like, well, that was unusually fast. This is 1 in 8,192. The Full Odds Showdown, we're doing old school Full Odds. And so I was like, okay, well, now that I've done this, what if I go for something that feels like I'm getting more encounters in? Like, it feels more efficient. I decided to go for Abra in the game corner on Fire Red. Now, I had never gotten a Gen 3 shiny on that game. Kind of. Now, this one is different than Sandile, where I don't know if that actually happened. This one, I know this happened. I found a shiny Pidgey. I'm pretty sure that that Instagram post is still up from, like, way too long ago. And, the thing is, though, this was a copy of Fire Red that was given to me by... I actually don't know who this person was. I guess, like, one of my siblings' friends' parents, or one of my siblings' classmates' parents in elementary school. Well, the kid... Okay, I can't word. You get what I'm trying to say here. So I didn't know this person, but one day they were like, hey, I have a bunch of these Pokemon games. Would your kids like to have them? And I was just over in the corner like, yes. So I got Fire Red, and I played through it, and I found a shiny Pidgey. Though I tried to transfer it to Platinum, but putting the game in the GBA slot and launching Platinum, it did not show anything for migrating from Fire Red. So yeah, that cartridge was fake. But a year, maybe 2 ago? I think it was 2 years ago. That feels weird. It might have only been a year ago. It might have just been this June. I might be going insane. No, it wasn't this June. Okay, it was last June. I got a legit copy of Fire Red. And so I don't have any... And yeah, don't buy fake cartridges. That's such a scam. They knew that these were fake, so they were giving them to us. They didn't sell them to us. Because they knew that that would be a terrible thing to do. Also, that might be illegal. See, I'm not gonna mess with that. It's not on a legit cartridge, so to me, that shiny doesn't count as my first Gen 3 shiny. So I ended up going for Abra in the game corner on this legit copy of Fire Red. And I gotta say, the resets are pretty quick because what I'm doing is I have just enough points, just enough coins to get 30 of them, so I don't have to switch boxes or anything. I'm getting 30 per reset. It's very nice. And, so I was like, this is gonna be great. We can get to odds pretty quickly. I didn't get to odds. It didn't go over odds. It was very much under. In fact, it was it was so fast. I got 2 full odds shinies in the span of 24 hours. I got Abra in 410 encounters. That's crazy. Now, I mean, I'll be real with you. I'm not a big fan of that being my first shiny, Gen 3 shiny, because it's just not a great shiny. But, like, it is what it is. Also, what are we at with... I'll be real with you. I don't like looking at the numbers of my channel. I'm not super obsessed with that. So I don't actually know what we're at exactly. I know that I can see what it is. We might hit funny number during this stream. Unlikely. We'd need like just a little over 200 subscribers in one stream. That's kind of insane. How long do you plan on streaming? Probably not a very long time, maybe a couple hours. Just because I am streaming a little later in the day for me. And I got stuff to do. It's a very busy time. I'm trying to, real talk. I'm trying to give myself more time to do things outside of shiny hunting. Like outside of content. Because there was a period of time where it was like every waking moment of my day was just heckin', I guess technically work. I love what I do, but there is a not so great side to turning your hobbies into your job. And so I find it a little bit difficult to give myself space between like my YouTube career and just being my own person, you know? You gotta have that work-life balance. You don't want to turn your work into your life. You don't want to turn your life into your work either. So I've also gotten a couple editors helping me out with some things so that I can keep up on recording videos and I don't have to worry too much about editing them. Though I still have to edit a lot because the way that I make my videos is so complicated that it's like I'm pretty much gonna be sending my editors a like almost finished video and then they just have to polish it. Blue's here. Why do I feel like Blue is always invisible on my end? What is going on? Where are you? Oh, you are here. I don't know why. I feel like all of my friends somehow like are the only people that I miss in the chat. Same with you, Sir Toasty Toes. The boys are here. Oh yeah, so I just tweeted before the stream. I was thinking about this a lot. Queer factor. I was thinking about this a lot because, I mean, the 2025 season of Pokemon has begun. The competitive side of Pokemon. And, you know, I really want to compete, but I am not at all ready. I am stupid brain. I haven't had the time to really study up or get any practice because I've just been doing a lot. But I think that I'm gonna try for the 2026 season. Unless I'm like really busy with moving or something, which is entirely possible. Let's see. I will say, one of the nice things about shiny hunting on a Japanese game is that the text goes by so much faster. Now, it's not a big deal for a shiny hunt like this, but there is a tiny bit of a difference. There's only one bit where there's scrolling text that you have to wait for it to finish. There's only one little thing when you're doing these resets, one little dialogue box. But for other things, like, let's say if you're soft reset hunting for the Sinnoh starters, I guess a specific one. Yo, we got another frequent flyer! Welcome. Hi. I don't know how to welcome people. I don't know how to do this, guys. I don't stream very much. Trying to get an outbreak in a wall. Why? Well, you know what? Okay. Wall shinies are pretty funky. I've never gotten one. They, quite frankly, shouldn't exist, but it's kind of funny. What happens when someone gifts members? That's a thing? You can gift memberships? Is it just like Twitch, or... This is witchcraft. I have never heard of this. I don't know what happens. It might just be the same thing. I think it'll probably give me notifications for each person that joins as a member through the gifts. Yeah, that's funky. I mean, I feel like there are a lot of things that YouTube is doing right now that are like, listen, we know Twitch has a lot of features that make it a better platform to stream on, but let's just also do that. And you know what? While I'm not a fan of that, I'm not a fan of copycats. Keep going, YouTube. Just become Twitch. Don't become TikTok, though. Though they're totally doing that. Have you guys seen that? I mean, Twitch is doing it as well. They're trying to bank off of vertical live streams on TikTok. I'm not a fan. What is the best way to support you? Good question. I honestly don't really think about it too much. At the moment, probably channel memberships. Or super chats. But here's the thing. That's entirely up to you if you want to become a channel member, if you want to do a super chat or super thanks. Because here's the show up and give her money in how would that work? What about taxes? How do I go about that? Why is it in Japanese? Wouldn't you like to know whether because I have a Japanese copy. I actually my dad found it and it was on my birthday or like the day after, and he was like, I got you this. An in-box copy of SoulSilver with the Pokewalker. Now, I mean, it's in-box, but it's been unboxed before. You can't change the language in-game? No. Not on the old games. I believe, was it the Switch that started that? It might have been the 3DS, but I don't know. All the 8192 games have like separate language versions. Okay, it's the 3DS. Cool, cool. I'll be real with you, I haven't played the 3DS Pokemon games in a concerningly long time. And I mean, that was the same deal with Gen 5 for me. I hadn't played a Gen 5 game. Well, okay, one of my save files, apparently I started it in 2018. I must have like sped through that because I don't remember doing that at all. Because to me, it feels like it's been a decade since I last played it. Thank you, Matt. I'm getting all the good luck here. And I just keep moving the Pokemon because I'm worried that I'm gonna miss a shiny for some reason. I just loop around a lot. I don't know if there was a typo there, but if you're asking how to shiny hunt like I do, I mean, you just gotta start. You just gotta start looking. You can do things however you want. There are so many options nowadays. If you want to go for something with better odds, then I would recommend Scarlet and Violet and just using 2 Herba Mystica. Usually spicy and salty gets you encounter power, but it depends on the main ingredient. It gives you the best odds. However, the way that I started, well, I guess I got a couple shinies before that. So I had found, I believe 2, though 2.5 I did, if I recall correctly, the first time that I ever played HeartGold, I was picking my starters, and by the way, up until I got Pokemon Platinum, I thought that Fire Red was the only Pokemon game that existed. I did not know about the Johto starters. I didn't know about them. So I get HeartGold. I go to choose my starter, and obviously I'm gonna choose Chikorita because it's so cute. I'm pretty sure that Cyndaquil was brown, so I may have failed a shiny by picking Chikorita instead. But I was a kid, okay? I didn't really know that much about shinies. I didn't know that that was the shiny for Cyndaquil. But I really got into shiny hunting when X and Y came out, because that's when I was like starting to use Instagram, and I saw a bunch of people posting about X and Y and being like, guys, there's double the chance of you getting a shiny in this game. And so I started going through the hashtag shiny Pokemon, and massive FOMO right there. I begged my parents to get me this game. I was like, I will do as many chores as you want. I will clean the entire house. And by the way, I have 4 siblings. So cleaning the entire house of like 7 people is a lot. But eventually they were just like, yeah, we'll get you the game. So I got Pokemon X, and then it wasn't until I went to the Friend Safari and just completely randomly found a shiny Bergmite. And I was so heckin' hyped. I wouldn't have known that it was a shiny if I hadn't seen the sparkles. I would have pulled a heckin' Dustox with that, because that's what happened with my very first shiny, and it's my rarest shiny ever, and I don't have it because I didn't know it was shiny. I kept it in the boxes and later deleted the save file. Rarest shiny I've ever gotten, a 1% Dustox, and I didn't heckin' keep it. I will get it back someday. But anyways, that just went off on a totally different tangent. So after getting that Bergmite, I was like, oh, I like finding shinies. So then I did a fish chain and got a shiny Love Disc in like no time at all. And after that, I started getting into the Masuda method, and then eventually I did my first full odds hunt, which was for Fennekin. I did a soft reset hunt for Fennekin. Those soft resets are no joke. For some reason, the starter hunts that I did, the soft reset ones that I did, aside from the Johto starters on this game, I went for like the most painful ones. I soft reset Poplio. And also, I actually soft reset over a shiny Poplio. Like 2 days into the hunt, and then it was like 3 weeks later until I reclaimed it. Because you know how with the 3DS, unless you have like the wireless switched off, when you go to soft reset, the screen freezes and like stays there for a second and then resets. So it gives you that moment to look at what you've soft reset over. So you just have to look at the shiny that could have been. It is pain. But yeah, I would honestly say, I guess Bergmite kind of started my whole shiny hunting madness. But I considered myself a shiny hunter. And hello, welcome to the Frequent Flyers Light. Thank you, thank you. I see Sylveon as, well, I guess shiny female Eevee. I found a shiny female Eevee, and I think that was the day that I was like, yeah, I'm a shiny hunter. Because I had found like 4 shinies at that point, maybe. And I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing this. I'm a shiny hunter now. I got a shiny female Eevee, and I was so hyped. Eevee, okay. I can't word. But yeah, so I still have this shiny Sylveon. It's named Ribbons, and it has a lot of ribbons. Sorry, this was just like a million different tangents. I don't know. I love rambling, if that isn't very clear. This is part of why shiny hunting is really nice, because it's something that, depending on the way that you hunt... Otter, that's a really good question. I don't know. I can't say yes, because I don't know. But, I mean, I feel like it's a non-zero chance that I could have ADHD. I think that kind of also proved it, because now I just forgot what I was talking about. This is just how it be. Oh yeah, shiny hunting is really nice, because if you're doing hunts like this, you're not just going to be shiny hunting. Let's be real. Hi from Quebec. Hi from the other side of the country. So far away. But thank you for the super chat. Oh, it is magical seeing super chats in Canadian dollars. That is rare. Kyle, you are not diagnosing me. Wait. I gotta screenshot that. Because someday I'm gonna get that checked out. So, Kyle, I will get back to you on that someday. Anyways, we do be shiny hunting. Generally speaking, when you're shiny hunting, you're not just shiny hunting. I mean, right now, I'm shiny hunting while also streaming. And I'm listening to music, I'm doing all the fun stuff, you know? So, I mean, for instance, the other day, I was shiny hunting, I was playing 2 DSs. 2 3DSs, I guess. I don't have a DS with a capture card. And I don't actually have an original DS. I have a DS Lite. But that's about it. Welcome to the frequent flyers! Flyers? Okay. I can word. I think it's difficult because I have headphones on, so I don't really hear myself that much. Okay, buddy pals. I get it. Maybe I have ADHD. But let's get out of chat with your diagnoses. Let's leave it to the medical professionals. Oh, shiny hunting is absolutely... like, if I have hyperfixations, Pokemon is one of them. Dude, I have a Mareep lamp. I'll shiny hunt late at night, and I don't want to have the lights on in my room in case bugs come through the window, which they don't, but it's like a fear of mine. And so I keep the light off, but then I also don't want it to be pitch black while I'm shiny hunting with these bright screens. I can't have that sort of contrast. It's not good for my eyes. So I turn on this little Mareep lamp, so I've got a little bit of light. But honestly, I feel like I should get another one. I feel like I should get more because it's still pretty dark. Dude, I will say, I collect Pokemon plushies more than I collect Pokemon cards. I mean, like, I definitely have more Pokemon cards than plushies because you just get a lot of Pokemon cards. I feel like just from an Elite Trainer box, you're gonna have more cards than plushies. Unless you just have a ton of plushies. I'm not necessarily a collector. I just have a lot of plushies. I was debating getting this giant Wooper plushie, but, I also want to save money. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna get this giant Wooper plushie. I'm gonna get this other Wooper thing that is like 20 bucks cheaper. We like compromises here. I'm gonna be real with you, Guy McPherson, which is an amazing name, by the way. I don't have particular plushies that I recommend. I feel like a lot of the ones that I get, they've got some sort of sentimental value to them. And a lot of the time, I don't go looking out for them and like buying them online. Though sometimes I do. But a lot of them is like, I'll just go adventuring somewhere that I haven't been before. And like, I discover a store that has a bunch of cute Pokemon plushies and I buy one and I'm like, heck yeah. Oh, but also I got a bunch of these Sitting Cuties plushies. And listen, I know that my most recent video, I got a couple of Sitting Cuties. The Gen 6 ones, the Kalos ones, which just came out. Heck yeah. So, full disclosure, they gifted me those. But I still went ahead and bought some more once they came out because there were specific Pokemon that I really wanted. Like Sylveon. The Sylveon one? Dude, this is the cutest Sylveon plushie. It is adorable. Like, its face is just... It's just so baby! And, I got Swirlix because for some reason, something about Swirlix and this Sitting Cuties plushie, it is adorable. Same with Bergmite. I got Bergmite, but also because Bergmite was my first shiny, on Pokemon X. And then, Polar Biome Vivian, because that's my favorite Vivian form. And I think the Vivian ones are really good. Best of luck with the Vulpix. Heck yeah. Also, for the person asking about Latias, I got my shiny Latias through Dynamax Adventures. But also, you've said that like a million kajillion times. Calm down. I was gonna get to that. Spamming in chat is not going to help you guys. I only am talking about the Latias because of the first message they sent like 10 minutes ago. But yeah, I got this shiny Latias through Dynamax Adventures. I have shiny Latios as well. I got it through... I guess not soft resets. I'm pretty sure it was Runaways on Alpha Sapphire. Because I don't dare do the Latias reset on there. That takes forever because you have to do like a whole battle every time that you reset. Thank you. So I was a little bit worried about the World Championships video because I just didn't record enough. I didn't record enough footage. I had a lot of technical difficulties and also possibly heat exhaustion. Only maybe. And so, you know, a few hiccups here and there and also anxiety and stuff. But I did my best. I wanted to make that video regardless. Like, regardless of if I was even going to upload it. Because I've wanted to go to Worlds for a really long time. So it was really cool being able to go for the first time ever. And I miss it a lot. I'll be real with you. It, like, the weeks after coming back from Worlds were pretty dang difficult because I was just like, man, I want to go back right now. And yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do everything in my heckin' power to go to Worlds next year and probably the year after as well. It's not that far away, at least compared to Hawaii. And yeah, stay hydrated, guys. For some reason, I did not take my own advice. The small brain moves, I suppose. But yeah, Worlds was a blast. Oh, I totally forgot about this and I didn't even... Okay, so I will say there was a mistake in that video. So each day had a name for it as well that I gave it, like a little title. And one of them, I even told myself, okay, I need to change this because this part isn't even gonna be mentioned in the video. And I forgot to take it out. One of the days, I believe, is called Shinies and Trolleys. Did I did not mention trolleys at all. I did not mention the trolleys. Even though that day was titled Shinies and Trolleys. So, just for you guys right now, let's talk about the trolleys. They had trolleys going from, I guess, 2 different venues. Worlds was obviously at the convention center, but they also had some activities happening elsewhere that were, you didn't need to have a badge for those. If you weren't able to get a badge to go spectate at Worlds, you could still go to these activities. And so they had trolleys going back and forth between these 2 venues. Like, for most of the day. Basically for a whole business day. And they were free. So obviously, I was using them a lot. It was really nice. I hadn't been on a trolley in ages. I love trolleys. So, but there was one time. There was one time I went on the trolley. I picked out the best heckin' spot. Like, you don't even know. It was You know how trolleys have like the open windows on the sides sometimes? At least these ones do. So you get the nice fresh air. And it's basically, it's not like windows. It's just a big, long, open space. I had a seat that was facing outwards, right along the side. And it's very, very nice. And so, you know, I was on the trolley heading back to one of the areas. I was heading back from the convention center. And don't be scared of trolleys. Don't let this scare you, okay? I'm just gonna preface it with this. So I'm just minding my own business. Like, I'm pretty sure I was catching up on some emails that I had. And suddenly I hear a series of loud thuds. Like, loud metal clangs. And that startled me, obviously. And I was like, what the heck? I look over, and Kevin, who is also there, if you watch the video, Kevin is a guy. His heckin' badge just said Kevin. I look over, and he's there as well, and he's just like, a car just hit us. What do you mean? So obviously it wasn't that bad because I was merely startled, no one was hurt, and it was just a car sideswiped it. So so it wasn't bad. They did crazy. Did you survive? No, unfortunately. Obviously it wasn't bad because I was literally on the side that was hit and I merely got startled. And I don't think much damage or any damage was done to the trolley. Maybe to like the outer edges, maybe scratches, dents, something. They did have to stop the trolley to look at everything, and also for the people who were actually looking, I was not, I was on my phone. They had to do the whole like incident report statement thing, all that fun stuff. And then we just continued on our way. Just stayed on the trolley. It was just a like little break, and then we kept going, and it was great. It was fun. So, cheers to the trolley drivers, and also, this is not heckin'... This is not Pokemon's fault, because, how would they know that a car would hit the trolley that I happened to be on? It's just a train, Catherine. No. That's a solid no from me. Nice cap card. Thank you. I got this years ago. I have this purple 3DS. I sent it over to the US, had someone insert a capture card so I can record from my actual 3DS. Are you gonna play the save file if/when you get it? I'm not totally sure. Well, I guess probably. If I'm doing other multi-hunts, then I'll probably do that. The reason why I've chosen to hunt on the Japanese copy is because there is just the tiniest bit of difference in time. Like the amount of time that it takes to reset. Because, let me show you what I'm talking about here. You see how that text scrolled? You have to wait until that text is done scrolling before you can actually check the starters. And listen, it's a tiny amount, but once you're getting to like 8,000 encounters, it adds up. Should I upgrade to a new 3DS XL? I have no thoughts on that because I don't have one. I have a 3DS and I have a new 3DS. Not even the new 3DS XL, which is really weird because, you know, there aren't a lot of North American new 3DSs. We get the new 3DS XL and the new 2DS XL, but not a whole lot of the new 3DS, the one with like interchangeable faceplates. So, yeah, I have no opinion on that. I have the new 3DS. I have it. It has the Charizard faceplates because I got the 20th anniversary one? Was it 20th? I don't heckin' know. It was an anniversary one. If you aren't in America, where are you? Well, technically I'm in America. I'm in North America, but I'm not in the States. I'm in Canada. But all the American releases, they're North American releases. They count Canada. Would you play a Pokemon game if the region was based on Canada, or at least a part of it? Dude, I would play a Pokemon game regardless. If I was picking it because of the location that it's based on, I don't know. I'm a Pokemon fan. I'm gonna be playing these games. But if I wasn't, if it was like if I just stopped playing Pokemon for a long time and then they were like, hey, we have a region based on Canada, then maybe I'd get back into it or something. But dude, I'm playing Pokemon right now. What if a Pokemon game had a Shiny Catherine cameo? Listen, that would never happen because they just don't do that. But if they ever did, I would probably cry. We got another frequent flyer! Let's go, baby! Sorry, that's cringe. I don't know how to announce frequent flyers. The cameo is just Catherine crying. Yeah, real. Dude, if they did something as simple as, like, having a character, having an NPC, like a random trainer, with the name Catherine, and then they have like a Wooper and a Bidoof, I would lose it. What's with all the Cooking Mama switch? Listen, okay, so I'm kind of obsessed. I have recently become obsessed with it again. So you guys have heard about the game Cooking Mama Cookstar, right? The like most controversial Cooking Mama game. The one where people were saying that it was mining Bitcoin from their Switches, which it wasn't. It was just completely made up, but the evidence was just, I guess, some CEO or something just using a bunch of buzzwords that would seem good for investors. But it was just... It's so hard to explain what happened with Cooking Mama Cookstar, but a lot of stuff happened. The game released out of nowhere on the eShop for a few hours, and then it was taken down, and then it launched again. Quite a while passes, and I had read up a lot about it. It was very fascinating to me. And then one day, on my TikTok For You page, I see a TikTok from the official Cooking Mama Cookstar TikTok account that is a giveaway for 3 special Switches, 2 dark purple holographic ones, and 1 light purple glossy one. And you just had to, I believe it was a follow and comment thing. And then 3 winners would be chosen. And I was one of them. I did not expect that in the slightest. And I didn't even know which of the 3 Switches I would be getting. And honestly, no matter which one I got, I was heckin' winning because the 3 Switches were all purple. Purple is my favorite color. And I love light purple. And the dark purple one has a holographic finish. It's gorgeous. So I I loved the holographic at the time. So I was like hyped about that. But I would also be hyped about getting the other one because the other one is one of a kind. I ended up with the one of a kind Switch. So there is literally only one of these in existence. It is on the scoring from 0, or I guess maybe 1. I don't know if anything can be 0 on that site. On the console variations website. From 1, which is like incredibly common, to 100, which is like essentially lost media. This Switch is at 99. It's actually crazy. And I think the funniest part is that it could have probably been a score of 100 if I just never posted about it. What Switch? You totally missed it. I was telling the whole story about this Cooking Mama Cookstar Switch. It's one of a kind. And it's beautiful. Anyways, so it also came with a physical copy of Cooking Mama Cookstar, so I have that as well. Also, this is not an advertisement for that game, because guess what? You can't get it digitally anymore. They aren't making it anymore. It was taken off of the eShop again for legal reasons, and they rebranded to something completely different. And I guess because I just said that this isn't an advertisement, I'm not even gonna say what it was rebranded to. But yeah, I have this really weird piece of obscure gaming history. Anyways, we're now at 1,002 encounters. So, we go Autotune. Or is it Chipmunk? Guys, is this Autotune or is this Chipmunk right now? Wow, this stream is incredibly good, pre-recorded. Dude, if I did a pre-recorded stream, it would be better than this. Let's be real. Let's be so real. Welcome to the Frequent Flyers, Oscar! Let's go! Oh, some of you love Chipmunk though. Oh, unfortunate. I can't do anything about that. If it breaks, then it turns Chipmunk mode, and that's just how it be. I'm not even monitoring this. Should I monitor this? I probably should. Let's see. Let me heckin' be a gamer and stuff and play video games and yeah, that is all. I am rambling. Okay, hold on. What number does Autotune stop? I don't think there is a specific number. I think it's literally just if people start begging, if just like a ton of people are just like, please stop, then I'll probably stop. Start rapping. I don't even sing, let alone rap. Let's heckin' go. Autotune for the rest of the stream. It's been an hour. If I'm doing this for like 2 hours, people are going to go insane. And I might also be one of those people. What team are you on? I am, you're not gonna believe this based on the game that I am playing. I'm on Team GBA. I stay winning though, baby. Look at us, we are winning right now. That could change drastically. I am genuinely shocked that this, 198 full odds shinies. That's insane. To be fair, there are some people playing a lot of games at the same time. I cannot do that. I don't have controller mods or anything like that. I am just using I'm using a 3DS right now. I use a Game Boy Advance for GBA games. It do be like that. Why is she auto-tune? What? I would never auto-tune. Never in my life. What are you talking about? That's crazy. Team NDS all day. Wow. We have a hater on our hands. I'm kidding. That's like the whole I like pancakes. Oh, so you hate waffles? That's not how it works. But yeah, this is my normal voice for sure. 100%. Yeah. You want to hear what Autotune sounds like? This is what Autotune sounds like. This is what it sounds like. Anyways. Catherine, do you like waffles over pancakes? I haven't had either in so long, and it's very dependent. I feel like... Okay, I can't focus with the autotune. Or you know what? I can. It's literally just that I'm monitoring the mic. Oh, heck, I left it on there for too long. How many times did it add? How many numbers did it add? Okay, I am panicking. What was it at before? Before it started adding numbers. Because it's definitely more than it's supposed to be at. Man, it really do be like that sometimes. 1029 sounds right, yeah. Okay, let me fix that. Well, it can't add 4 because I have it set up so it goes in increments of 3. Okay, so we're good. We're good. Anyways, we are gaming. Bum ba dum bum 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 bum. I love this game. It's magical. Yeah, I do find it funny. So we didn't choose which team we would be on for the full Odds Showdown. And I was planning on only hunting on DS games. So being on Team GBA is kind of funny. Oh yeah, it's supposed to skip because I have it set up because we're seeing 3 Pokemon every time that we do a reset. I have it so it goes up in 3s. It's pretty magical. Should I get a GBA or a DS? I don't know. When it comes to the device itself, you're probably better off getting a DS. I'm really, honestly, I'm not a big fan of being gifted shinies. Not that it's a bad thing. I think it's very nice when people do that, but I don't really accept offers to give me shiny Pokemon. I try to avoid that because the thing is, I get enjoyment out of shiny hunting. I love having these shinies, but to me, I much more enjoy the journey. So it feels like if I just grab a shiny that someone got themselves, well, I think it's really nice having those gifts from subscribers. That's exactly it. It's about the journey, not the prize. Any predictions on the starters for Legend ZA? That is a good question. I don't have predictions. I have preferences. I want Piplup, I think. Yeah, I want Piplup. It's not gonna be Sprigatito. unfortunately, because we literally just got that one. I would like to see Turtwig or Snivy. Oh, well, okay. If it's Turtwig, then it's not gonna be Piplup. Oh, insane choices here. Insane combination. How about this? I raise you this. Poplio. This is the most unrealistic combination ever. Poplio, Turtwig. I don't know what they're gonna do for the fire type if that's the case. I'm trying to not do repeats here, and I keep thinking Litten, but I just said Poplio. I'm ruining this for me. You know what? Screw it. Scorbunny. But also, I would totally go with Snivy instead of Turtwig and Piplup instead of Poplio. I feel like the more realistic one would be Piplup, Scorbunny, Snivy. I feel like that's pretty realistic. There's no confirmation! Guys, everything is just rumors right now. Until we get actual news, we don't know. Yeah, I'd love for Arceus to be the starter. Ooh, Sobble would be nice. I love Sobble. I'm not a big fan of Inteleon, actually. Oshawott, Oshawott, Oshawott. Yeah, and they all get different forms. So we have 5 different forms of Samurott. Dude, yes, Shiny Sobble is so good. Wooper was introduced in Gen 2, so Gold and Silver is where it debuted. Shiny Sobble is hard to notice in Scarlet and Violet. From my experience, it wasn't that bad, but I feel like it's more difficult to notice shinies in Scarlet and Violet in general. Because of the lighting and because there's no overworld sparkles or anything. We don't get any shiny indicator aside from, look, it's a different color. And then you look at Tandemaus and you're like, no, it's not. No, it's not. Yeah, the lighting is the worst. I get shinoed so much. And by the way, if you don't know what I mean by shinoed, it's when you see a Pokemon, you think it's shiny, and it's not. Oh, absolutely. Shiny Minun is also... I mean, it's a rough one to notice. I guess not in general. It's not that bad, but in this game, it's pretty bad. Well, not SoulSilver, in Scarlet and Violet. So not this game. Yeah, here's the thing. Here's what makes me really sad about Tandemaus. And it's shiny. And the Charcadet line. So they're not going to fix those shinies because have you seen Paldean Fates? Have you seen the like tins? Have you seen the packaging? They're not gonna change those shinies. They've made merchandise of those shinies. So they're not gonna change that. And it breaks my heart and it breaks my eyes too, because I'm sorry. What do you mean I have to deal with heckin' shiny Tandemaus being the way it is forever? Which starter do you think you could beat in a fist fight? No powers. None of them, because I would feel bad. And there are consequences to your actions. And if there weren't consequences to my actions, the answer would also be none of them. This is a chance for Chikorita to win. I was actually thinking about Chikorita, and I was like, realistically, Chikorita could still beat me up, you know? Where did the Autotune go? It's right here, baby. I hate how Sobble always looks sad, but that's like its personality. Doo-doo-doo. No, you reminded her. Oh, well, I didn't forget. I just chose not to have it on. Kippy. Sobble can be invisible in Scarlet and Violet. I find that hard to believe. It has like hot pink on it, dude. I know that's not the main color, but it's still... You notice that. You notice that. Your opinion on Shiny Litten? It is just good. What number will the Autotune end? 1107. Let's see. Oh, would you look at that? We're at 1107. That's crazy. Seeing the number 1,000,000 just reminded me. Well, two things actually. First one, PM7 hit 1,000,000 subscribers, guys. Let's heckin' go. Proud of him. Dude, if you're seeing this, which you're probably not because you're a very busy guy, congrats, that's huge. And second, if there's any shiny hunt where I'll ever have the counter be at 1,000,000, it's gonna be 1% Dustox. So my very first shiny ever was a shiny Dustox. I've mentioned it quite a few times. But I didn't know it was shiny. I missed the sparkles. I did catch it because I had never seen it on this route, which isn't surprising. It was on Route 205, I believe. That's the number. The one, like, between Eterna City and Eterna Forest. I caught it anyways, but I kept it in the boxes. I even noticed the red star marking! And it pissed me off because I tried to get rid of it by tapping on the star, and that just added another star marking. And I was like, what the heck? But I never took it out of I never questioned it. I just got mad. And I kept it in the boxes until I later deleted that save file. So it's a reclaim that I gotta get someday. And it's going to take years. Welcome to the Freako Flyer, Sam! Hello! You can now use emotes, I believe. Yeah, there are special emotes. If you become a channel member, we got dunsparce / the dunsparce. You can make several segmented dunsparces. It's pretty magical. And there are some other emotes there too. I'm hopefully gonna add more. Yeah, check that out. Heck yeah. But anyways, so I do want to reclaim that Dustox. That is my biggest target. Welcome, welcome, Robert. Welcome to the Freako Flyers. What is that slagging? So one time, I don't know why this happened. I have launched Scarlet thousands of times because I've done soft reset hunts as well. Not successfully yet, but still. And this has only happened to me once. I launched the game and the grass was being weird. It was like flickering in and out of existence. And I was like, what is going on? So I go and encounter this slacking. And it just did that. It just ascended. It just emerged from under the ground. It was magical. GIF or GIF? I want to start arguments. GIF. Listen. Hear me out. Here's my justification. Here is my justification. Put a T at the end. Is that pronounced gift? No, it's a gift. So it's a GIF. So get good. Oh, and the G stands for graphics? I actually don't know. I genuinely didn't know that. Yeah, so it's GIF. Man. We got another member! Shiro, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the you can now make dunsparce in the chat. It's pronounced Fred. Ah, I see, I see. I love this auto counter. It's so magical. I don't have to worry about it. I do have like a physical little clicking thing, a little tally counter, so I can physically count these. I'm not doing that for this hunt though. I'm doing this hunt using the capture card, and then I'm doing my I'm going for another Abra just because I get those encounters in quick. And I want to get more shinies on the board before the full Odds Showdown ends. I want to win. I'm still happy that I got anything on the board. How do you make a dunsparce? If you're a member, then you go to the emotes, and there are 3. There's the head, there's the segment, and then there's a tail. The knockoff dunsparce tail, because I don't want to risk YouTube thinking that it's something bad. So I just reversed it. It's pretty magical. And there will be more emotes. I gotta work on them. I've been stupidly busy, and also I don't want to overwork myself and have burnout. How long until the showdown ends? I don't actually know. I feel like it's 9 p.m. in like a couple days, maybe tomorrow, possibly tomorrow. 9 p.m. Pacific time. I know it seems like I don't know what the heck I'm talking about, and that's because I honestly don't confidently know. Kingdom Pokemon, welcome to the frequent flyers, baby! What's going on? We are shiny hunting. Can we be on both teams? So, I actually don't know how this works for people who didn't sign up to stream. You can't just join, from what I recall. But you can't be on both teams anyways. I'm on Team GBA. I did not pick which team I was on. If that isn't clear from the game that I'm playing, which is in fact not being played on a Game Boy Advance. It is being played on a 3DS. What do I shiny hunt? Latios or Entei? What game? Because if we're talking like the roaming ones, then Latios is a better one to go for. I think it's in like HeartGold or SoulSilver. Can't remember which one. I think it might be SoulSilver. A GBA game. Yeah, sure. Definitely a GBA game. 2 screens? Yeah. You should hunt for every Gen 1 to 8 starter in Gen 9. No! I can't do that! Listen, I am still trying to get just a jumbo for a Rigorath. Not even the mini one, which I'm still going to try to get, but... I'm, like, losing my mind over here with that hunt. I haven't done it in, like, a week or 2 because of the full Odds Showdown, but... And because I was also working on the Worlds video. But... I don't know how many of these mini jumbo shiny hunts I can do, man. I don't think I can survive. I would rather hunt for 1% dust stocks, which I will do. I am pulling out all the stops here. So I'm not going to... I did actually get 1 phase in. I already got a shiny Hoot Hoot. I believe it was in 400 something encounters. Very quickly. And I've gotten more encounters in since then, but not a lot. Because I was like, you know what? I don't have the stuff to record this well. I only have 1 system with a capture card. And I want to quad hunt. I have 4 copies of Platinum. There's the one that I got when I was little. There's one that someone else got when they were little and I grabbed it off them. So I have 2 English copies. And then I have 2 Japanese copies that I bought because Japanese copies are cheaper. And so I'm hunting on those games. I'm gonna have at least 2 of them are going to be in the Eterna Forest because the encounter rate is still the same. It's still a 1% chance of dust stocks. It's just that you can get 2 encounters in at once if you haven't progressed far enough into the game. If you haven't left Cheryl. I can't heckin' read. Welcome to the frequent flyers, Steelka. I am so sorry. I like leaned forward because I was like, text is too small. I just got my target in 30 seconds. Man, I wish. With a fire sandwich. Ooh. Well, what was your target? If you have the DLC, I would recommend going for Torchic, I think. Because there's that one cave. So, yeah, if you have the DLC, I would recommend going for Torchic. It's a good shiny. You should play VGC. I'm hoping to in the 2026 season. I just don't have the time on my hands right now. I'm hoping that I'll have more time on my hands for the 2026 season, but that's also a slim chance. Hardest game to hunt in is probably Gen 3 because there are no shiny hunting methods in that game. Back to what I was talking about with pulling out all the stops for dust stocks. I've got 4 games. I am working on getting 3 more DS systems with capture cards. And if I want to, bonus points, I'm hoping to also get controller modifications for them so that I can control all of them with 1 controller. So that should make things easier. I should be able to get more encounters in. And this is all, like, physical stuff. I'm not hacking it. It's still, like, legitimate software and firmware and stuff. So yeah, I'm looking into that, and once I have at least the capture card set up, then I'm gonna start hunting again. I don't actually need to have the controller. I can totally do it all just using 2 hands on 4 DSs. But yeah, the Pokemon that I was just talking about is actually the first shiny I've ever gotten, and it was in Platinum. To answer your question, my first shiny ever was in Pokemon Platinum. It was a 1% Dustox on Route 205. So like a 1 in 819,200 chance of finding that. And I didn't even know it was shiny. I don't have it anymore, so I'm trying to reclaim it. If that ever happens, that is going to be the heckin' video of the century, and I know it's stupid to say this, because usually I don't care, but I really hope that if that ever happens, that it ends up being maybe my first video to hit 1 million views. Or just, I hope that it's a banger, because to me it's really important. But if it's not a banger, it's still important to me, and I love that. But yeah, I've actually never had a long form video hit 1 million views. My Sylveon one is like nearing 900,000 though, which is crazy. So I think that's one goal that I have, but the thing is I haven't really been aiming for it because I'm just making videos that I enjoy and that I think my viewers will enjoy. It's not about catering to the algorithm or something. Oh yeah, so the little badge for channel members, and the reason why you guys are called frequent flyers is because, well, I made the badge first, honestly, and then I was like, wait, I don't have a name for this. So the badge is supposed to be a combination of the Gracidea flower, you know, the one that turns Shaman into Sky form, and the shiny charm. Because Shaman Sky form was my childhood favorite shiny. The Gracidea flower turns it into Sky form. And it's flying type, it's a frequent flyer. What about your sanity? I've hunted for 3-segmented dunsparce, and it took 299 dunsparce to get there. We don't need to worry about my sanity. It's one of those hunts that I'll be able to do just whenever, on and off. Until I get it again. That 1% Dustox. Here's the worst part, though. Because, guys, it's not the only Pokemon on that route. Or route, however you say it. It's not the only one on that route that is a 1% encounter. So, that does mean that I could end up phasing on a different 1% shiny. A different 1 in 819,200 shiny. Beautifly. Do you watch the anime? Honestly, I don't. I just haven't watched anime of any sort in a long time. I haven't watched like shows. I'm always shiny hunting and like watching YouTube. Beautifly doesn't exist, don't worry. Good. Does it mean that the Dustox is 2% though? Because if that's the case, then that's a problem for me. Because it's gotta be the exact same odds. I want to get this the same way I got it first, with tiny exceptions to that. The tiny exceptions being, if I end up finding a shiny 1% Dustox in Eterna Forest, that's okay. It doesn't have to be on Route 205, as long as it's the same odds. But but I'm pretty sure that in Diamond and Pearl, the Wild Dustox and Beautifly are 2% each because they're version exclusives. If I recall correctly. And you're using multiple systems. That is true as well. I will say, guys, this is a debate that comes up a lot. Multi-hunting does not increase your shiny odds, it increases your efficiency. Yes, generally speaking, it is a faster way to find a shiny, but the odds do not change. It's the amount of encounters at once. Or how quickly those encounters happen. You still have to see them as separate encounters, because that's what they are. If you get, let's say, hypothetically, if you get 8,192 devices all playing on an 8,192 shiny odds game, that does not guarantee that if all of those games do one encounter, one of them will have a shiny. That's not how it works. It just means that you got in those encounters. You can go over odds. So the odds aren't increased, it's just generally faster. With your... Dude, that's such a, actually, no, I don't like that YouTuber. I'm not gonna talk about it. The problem is we're never gonna see that actually happen, right? You would need to have someone who is like stupidly rich. Stupidly rich and or famous, who can either get that many devices of their own or can get that many people with their own devices. And get that many people to all do one single encounter. And then, yeah, so like you said, 63% chance that a shiny will appear in 8,192 encounters. Let's just make Catherine that fit. No, thanks. Well, no. Listen, I would love to test that out. I would just want to prove a point, but I would never want to turn things into... I don't want it to be all about money, dude. I shiny hunt because I like shiny hunting. I just love what I do. I don't know if I'd want to have like a lavish lifestyle. Unless lavish means having a house. Because nowadays it feels like that's lavish. Just being able to have a house. I want to have a house. I just want to have my own office. My recording setup and my streaming setup and my unboxing setup, it's all one desk in my living room slash kitchen slash dining room slash, I guess, partially laundry room. So, you know, why, in what world would one of my streams have 1 million viewers? Even if I had like 1 million subscribers, I would not have that many viewers. It's crazy already. Like, actually, I'm not even looking at my view count because I don't really care about that stuff. Yeah, we've got heckin' over 800 viewers. That's a ton. Because listen, I know that I have over 400,000 subscribers. That does not mean that 400,000 people are going to watch my stream at the same time. Heck, there are probably a bunch of people who are subscribed who are not interested in watching streams at all. I don't really look at the stats of everything that much. I just like doing what I do, chatting with people.
It's great. Yeah, let's get to 1 shinillion views. Actually, I think that we did hit 100 million views on the channel not too long ago. So that's pretty cool. What shiny should I go for on Scarlet? Ditto. I know, okay, you don't have to do that one because it's kind of a pain. But there's this one spot where you can hunt for Ditto. You'll either find Meowth or Tandemaus, I believe. Or Ditto disguised as those two. And you just let out your Pokemon to let it shiny check for you to see if a Pokemon disguised or a Ditto disguised as a Pokemon is secretly a shiny. I've done that before. It's great. Except for when I failed one. I did actually fail one. It was the worst. So apparently this Ditto was over the border between like the wild and a town. And so I stepped on it and I didn't encounter it because it despawned. That was evil. Like, genuinely evil. I've had some really weird shiny fails. I failed 2 shiny for Rigorath a couple weeks ago, like a couple minutes apart. It was the worst. But I also encountered 2 shiny for Rigorath at once at one point. Of course these things happen when I'm not streaming, and even worse, when I'm not heckin' recording either. I was just like in my room doing some shiny hunting before going to sleep. And 2 shiny for Rigorath show up at the exact same time. Like, I mean, they spawned in one after the other. I'm not even exaggerating. But yeah, guys, if you haven't done an 8192 odds shiny hunt, I highly recommend doing the HeartGold and SoulSilver starter resets because you're getting in 3 encounters every time. This is the only game where you can see if the starter is shiny before you actually catch it, like before you keep it. Like, I guess you could be all actually Scarlet and Violet, but that doesn't count. You know what I mean? This is the first one where the starter selection actually shows you if it's shiny or not. I wish they did this for other games. But alas, we only get it for the Johto starters. But it's so fun because it's like, you don't know which starter you're gonna get. Which shiny is gonna choose you? The first time I did this, it was Chikorita. Way back in like, oh, I hate that. I hate saying that it was way back. Like 2014, 15? What about Ruby Sapphire? No, they didn't. It was only HeartGold and SoulSilver. Could you imagine if they did this with Gen 4 too? I wish they did. I really did. Well, I really do. I mean, technically, this is the 4th generation. It's just Gen 2 remakes on Gen 4. But anyways. Yeah, that is actually interesting that they didn't do this for the other Gen 4 games. They only did this with the Johto remakes. Dude, I wish Scarlet and Violet didn't shiny lock the starters. That's just such a shame. Oh, but also, on another note, I have been... I mean, because I wanted to get a shiny, a Gen 5 shiny during this showdown, and I started up... Well, because of that, I started up a new save file of White 2. My original one is lost because I lost that game. Eventually I did get a used copy It was expensive, but I got it. Of the English version of White 2. And yeah, you can hatch the starters, but I would much prefer to get a shiny starter as my actual starter in the newer games. But Gen 5 was definitely like, that was the start of all these crazy shiny locks. I think that there were technically some shiny locks before Gen 5, but yeah, so I've been playing through White 2, and I got to the part where it's like, oh, check out this grotto. You can go into these grottos, and sometimes they have Pokemon in them. And so I was like, oh, that would be an interesting shiny hunt. I go and look it up. The grotto Pokemon are shiny locked. Why? Like, huh? I beg your pardon? Dude, I am not going for that 1% Salamence. I'll be real with you, I'm not doing that. I know that it's technically better odds than if I were to hunt for 1% Dustox. I know that it's a better chance of getting that 1% Salamence, but you know what? No. The only reason why I'm doing the 1% Dustox hunt is because I've gotten that Dustox before, but I don't have it, so I need to reclaim it. We'll be doing Autotune? Guys, why do you want Autotune so desperately? No need to spam it. I'm not just Autotune, I'm a human being. But yeah, so I did see on Twitter someone got a shiny 1% Salamence. And that's really cool. It's so funny though, because they were tweeting out every phase. They were tweeting out pictures of the Bagon just dying. Just these shiny ones getting knocked out. Well, thank you. Thank you for popping in the stream. The one thing that you really have to appreciate, you'll have people who, like, as a streamer, you'll have people who are going to pop in and just be like, I just wanted to stop by and say hi. Everyone has busy lives, so some people aren't able to watch live streams, and that makes sense. So it's really nice when people stop by like that. And also the people who aren't even in chat. I appreciate you guys. I know that I like to lurk through streams because I've had times, and I guess this is just me overthinking things, but I really don't want to draw any attention to myself, especially with my following, because you never know when you're going to be watching someone else doing a shiny hunt live and you go to chat and you never know when someone there is also a fan of you. And then that turns into a whole thing. And I'm like, this is not my stream, this is their stream. So I'm definitely a lurker. There's nothing wrong with being a lurker. Though it is kind of sad because I like to be able to go into my friends' streams and be like, yeah, I go into their streams and I think it's great, but I don't want to take away from them. I'm definitely overthinking it though. What's my Twitter? I believe that it's in the description of this stream. It's Shiny Catherine, but instead of one Y, it's two of them. Because the handle Shiny Catherine is taken by an account that hasn't been used in over a decade. And, Musky Boy, the one thing that I was like, oh, that's actually kind of based that you're doing that. It didn't do it. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna get rid of inactive accounts, gonna make more handle names available Never did that. Nope. Yes, I'm still mad about that. The guy sucks. Not a fan. The one thing that I agree upon doesn't do it. Twitter is a mess. I wouldn't recommend getting into it. But if you're on Twitter, feel free to follow me. Dude, you're the one who got the heckin' Salamence. I mean, absolutely deserved. I recognize that name immediately. Like just now. Well, okay, I guess not immediately if you were chatting before. Dude, that's sick. Congrats on that, by the way. Absolutely deserved. Because those 1% hunts are no joke. Oh no, we are not. We're not calling it that. I'm calling it Twitter, baby. Yeah, I feel like I get that a lot. I finally caught you streaming, because I don't stream very often. Should I do a 1% hunt? Listen, if you have that sort of time on your hands, and you understand the pain that it may bring, shiny hunting for a Pokemon that only has a 1% encounter rate, sure, go for it. But like the reason why I'm going for this Dustox is because I had already found one as a kid. It was my first shiny ever. So it means a lot to me. But why Japanese? My dad got this for my birthday. So there's your answer. It was a present. It was a birthday present, and I'm gonna play it. What are your thoughts on poutine? So I am an incredibly, incredibly picky eater. So I will start it off with that. I will also say, you take a bite of poutine, you eat that, and you're immediately like, this is unhealthy. Like, you immediately feel it, you know? That being said, it's delicious. In like the strangest way. I've had it like twice. Cause I don't like gravy. But sometimes it really depends. It depends on where you're getting it from. If you're getting it from the right place, the right people, then poutine can be really good. Or it can be really bad. Either way, it's not that good. Well, it's not that healthy for you. It's not that good for you. It's just not good for you. It's one of those things that you have on rare occasions. Yeah, so, I mean, poutine can have a lot of different things in it, but generally it's fries and gravy and cheese. I don't think I've ever had Costco poutine. I'll be real with you. I used to, like, get Costco fries every once in a while, but I think that food... I think those fries made me feel sick after I had them, like, every time. I don't know if it's some sort of sensitivity that I have. I don't heckin' know. Have I been to the state of Washington? Yeah, that's like Seattle, right? I've been there a few times. I've been in the Seattle area. I don't know if they still have these. For those of you who have been to these before, do you guys know if they still have those Pokemon Center, like, kiosk vending machine things in some malls in that area? because they did have those, at least for a while. I've gone to them twice. I almost said, oh my gosh. I almost said that's the closest thing that I've gotten to going to a Pokemon Center, but I, quite frankly, have not processed Worlds yet. And also keep in mind, if you watched my video about the Pokemon World Championships, which if you haven't, I highly recommend you watch it. It was fun to make. And this sucks for me because I've wanted to go to the Pokemon Center longer than I've wanted to go to Worlds. It was while I was in line to go into the Pokemon Center that I started feeling really not good and may have gotten heat exhaustion. So I was only partially there. So I did go through the Pokemon Center, but I was ready to crash. But I will say, silver lining of this is that I didn't get well, I still got a lot of stuff. I can't lie. But it's not like... I've seen so many pictures of people who just got every single exclusive thing from the Pokemon Center. I don't do that. I just get the things that I want to get. That I want to get, and I do it in moderation, you know? It's not one of those things where you look at something there and you're like, oh, I want that too. No, I went in knowing exactly what I wanted in the first place, and I got those things, packed them in a bag, and I was all set. Though I'm kind of bummed I didn't get this Farigiraf plushie. Farigiraf is one of my favorite Pokemon, and I don't have that plushie. Surely there weren't any Scalpers at Worlds, right? I have bad news. Because of the way that I experienced Worlds, I didn't have to deal with that. Because I went before it was open to the public. But it was bad. It was apparently better than the last year. So the improvements have been made, but I do have some critiques when it comes to the Pokemon Center. I think that they need to have more stock because this is the biggest event. The biggest Pokemon event of the year. And I think that they underestimate not how many people are going to be there, but how many things each person is going to get. Well, thank you, Anything Bagel. Briefcase Simulator. Dude, I'm not a fan of Briefcase Simulator. I haven't done it on Platinum, though. I want to at some point. I've done Briefcase Simulator on Brilliant Diamond. But yeah, so my suggestions when it comes to the Pokemon Center is that they need to have more product. And they may need to put limits on more of the products because I mean some of them had most if not all of the World's exclusive stuff had limits, but some of the limits were a bit high, and I think that it would be better for more people. Let's say hypothetically it would be better to have more people get one of said product than for less people to get 5 of each product, you know? So I do think that there should be a bit more limits on that and a bit more stock. Well, a lot more stock, let's be real. And I think that some of the very limited edition stuff like very, very limited stuff, honestly, should not be in the previews. That might be controversial. Especially coming from me, because I got to go to the preview. And I think that they do want to have creators promote some of those special exclusive things, but I don't know. And this is going to be a weird one. This is going to be a weird suggestion because I already know, I mean, it's going to suck for quite a few people, but I think that with things like the skateboard, I think that they should do it like lottery style. Not like the actual like gambling sense, but that you sign up and you have a chance to be able to get it. Because then everyone has equal opportunity. That might be a really hot take. Like, I don't know. Am I getting too controversial over here? I'm just thinking about the fairness of things. I will say, that I'm not like a huge collector. I did get the board. I did get the Bear Walker Worlds 2024 board. I don't think that I'm going to collect those boards. I think that there are people who care about them probably more than I do, even though I love this one with all my heart. I'm going to have the one from Worlds 2024, and that's probably gonna be it. Did you ever get the shiny Zygarde? No, I didn't really get any of those. I think that I have shiny Yveltal from a mystery gift event, and possibly also Xerneas. I don't know where they are. But I definitely don't have Zygarde. I also don't have any of the Galar legendaries that are able to be shiny through those events. But thankfully they're coming to Pokemon Go, so let's take and go. I know, I need the toothpaste dog. I love it with all my heart. Okay, listen. Frequent flyers, you're great, but you don't need to spam the same thing, okay? I say what I want to say, baby. Thoughts on Furret? I love Furret. It's just so friend. Though it's also evil. So, my very first shiny that I knew was a shiny, I got a shiny Caterpie in the bug catching contest. I even remember what day of the week it was. It was Tuesday. I was homesick from school. Honestly, I don't even know if I was that sick that day. Maybe like a tiny cold, and this was when I was in... I don't remember which grade this was. It was the grade when I had a really mean teacher. She was just really mean. And so I wanted to avoid it. I wanted to avoid school. I rarely ever got the chance to be homesick though. I always went to school. I think like the year before and after that, I got a certificate for perfect attendance. Never missed a day of class. So the one day that I had, that I was home sick, I was doing the bug catching contest and I found a shiny Caterpie. And so, then when Gen 5 came out, I transferred that now Butterfree to those games. And because that was the first game where I was able to connect to the internet, I made mistakes. I loved GTS negotiations. I got a lot of shinies through that, but here's the thing. chances are 99% of them are legitimate or are not legitimate. They're probably all hacked shinies. Yes, I traded the Butterfree. So I don't even have that either. I traded my first, at the time, what I thought was my first ever shiny. I traded it for a shiny Furret, which was probably hacked. And you know what's even worse? I don't even have that Furret because for some reason, and I don't know why, I traded it to my brother. I don't know why. I don't think that he had any shinies. And so I don't have the Butterfree. I don't have the Furret. I don't even think he has the Furret anymore. So yeah, sucks. My first 2 shinies, possibly first 3, because I'm like 99% sure before the Caterpie happened, I started up HeartGold for the first time ever, picked my starter. I chose Chikorita, but I could have sworn the Cyndaquil was brown. It was not teal. But I didn't know that that was a shiny Cyndaquil. I picked Chikorita. So, either my first 2 or my first 3 shinies were all kind of fails. Cyndaquil was 100% a fail. Caterpie and Dustox were both, well, technically I caught them, but I don't have them anymore. So yeah, it sucks for me. But I also think it's a really good opportunity because, and bye, have a wonderful rest of your day or night. I don't know what time zone you're in. So the thing is, I didn't know that I would become a shiny hunting YouTuber. Listen, I didn't even plan on being a YouTuber in the first place. And this is gonna, this is gonna sound a little bit sad. Cause I guess technically the backstory to how I started my YouTube channel is kind of bittersweet, I guess. So throughout high school, I was obsessed with dance. Like, more than shiny hunting. My obsession with shiny hunting basically went on hold because I got into dance and I became so incredibly dedicated to it. I was taking classes in school 5 days a week and then outside of school. It used to be 3 days a week, but then 2 of the classes ended up being scheduled for the same day. So I was getting, I think my Thursdays, I had like 3 or 4 dance classes. So I was very much obsessed. And then I tried to keep doing dance after I graduated high school. I was in a couple classes, and then one day I broke my ankle to the Spice Girls. We were playing the Spice Girls, doing a couple combos like across the floor to warm up before we were going to learn our first routine, our first bit of choreography. And I love choreography, so this sucks for me. Because on the very last combo, before we were going to find out, oh, what song are we going to be using for this routine? What's the choreography gonna look like? I'm so hyped, I'm so curious. I landed wrong and I broke my ankle. And suddenly all the time that, like, all my free time was taken up by dance. Suddenly all of that time that I was going to be dancing, I had nothing. And so I filled up that time with a bit more shiny hunting, and I started posting my shiny hunts on Instagram. And then some people were like, you should start a YouTube channel. And I was like, you know what? I have time, so I'm gonna do that. I did not know that it would turn into a career, and I'm incredibly grateful for that. I have not gotten back to dance since, because by the time that my ankle had healed and I was like able to dance again, it was 2020. We all know what happened then. So to the person who said, I bet that you're a great dancer, no, I haven't danced in years. I haven't gotten the practice. I would like to get back into it. And honestly, I wasn't like a super good dancer anyways. I had started dance in high school. A lot of people start dance when they're like 5 or 3 even. All of my peers were in dance since they were in like kindergarten. I had started in high school, and honestly, I had 2 options. I could either take this regular dance class elective at school, or they had one that was like a dance academy program. And that was for intermediate to advanced. But for some reason, I really wanted to be in that class. And so I ended up registering. I checked with the instructor. I was like, listen, I really want to make this work. And I'm going to get as much practice in as possible before this school year starts. And she was just like, yeah, if there's enough space in the class, then I would be happy to have you in here. And, you know, if you put in enough practice, you can totally match up with everyone. And so I did. Well, like, obviously they were better with their technique than I was, because I did not have the many years of practice that they had. But that's one thing where, like, not trying to flex or anything, but I gotta pat myself on the back because I worked really hard and I made it work, and it was really nice. But yeah, I haven't danced in like 5 years. So like, that's kind of gone. I do eventually want to get back to it. It's just, I've been so busy. I don't have a lot of time on my hands. But I'm hoping that, I want to move out of where I am right now to somewhere where I can have like my own office and whatnot. And because of that, I'm doing a lot of stuff, doing a lot of work, so that I can hopefully move to a place that makes me happy. And then from there, I'll hopefully have the time to get back into dance. Nah, I would not say that you guys stole my free time. Will you do a face reveal? Okay, so this is really funny, because, I mean, I've said it several times, but I've done like a dozen face reveals, but it's especially funny now because I've had a face reveal as recently as heckin' August. There's like, it's not even like the group photo where you can see me a little bit in the back. No, I'm talking about an actual like selfie that I took. Listen. It's just, here's the thing. Guys, we don't need to obsess over my face. I think that's unnecessary. It's kind of invasive. A bit parasocial. That's true, Toast. I mean, I could do that. However, first off, I don't think I have Nightbot in the chat right now. And second, I think it's funnier. And this is no offense to those of you who ask for a face reveal a lot, but because people don't go and look through my socials to find it, which, by the way, there is at least one picture or video with my face in it every platform that I use. Even the ones where I'm not that active. So like TikTok. I haven't posted on there in like a year. Though those face reveals are old. But like I have a picture as recent as August when I got my hair done purple and I was like, I gotta show the purple hair. I had never had full-on purple hair before. But yeah, I think it's funnier to just not to be mean, but to mess with people a little and just make it more difficult to find the face reveal. But yeah, the thing is, my appearance shouldn't really matter. I'm just shiny hunting. Just like, let me do my thing, you know? So, it's hard to say. I do get asked this a lot about how you should get started with shiny hunting. Here's the thing, everyone's experience with shiny hunting is very different. Because like my first shiny was through the friend safari in Pokemon X. Shiny Bergmite. Well, that was my first like... Well, that wasn't my first shiny. But... And I guess it wasn't my first shiny hunt either. I guess if we said my first actual shiny hunt, I guess we could say fish chaining was my first time doing that. There are a lot of ways to shiny hunt. Honestly, I would say use outbreaks in Scarlet and Violet. Defeat 60 Pokemon in the outbreak. Make a sandwich, give it Sparkling Power 3 for the type that Pokemon is in the outbreak, and just run around. Go for something that is an obvious shiny. Go for something like Espeon. But maybe don't, because Espeon only spawns during the day. And that, if you don't line things up perfectly, then you're gonna end up using half the sandwich, and it's gonna be nighttime, and then no more Espeon will spawn. That's the thing. I know some people complain about this, about shinies being too easy to get. But I do think that it's important to have a good gateway for it. I think that... I know some people would probably want to gatekeep, and I understand where they're coming from. Because it's really cool being able to be like, yeah, I started shiny hunting in Gen 4, you know? Or like started shiny hunting in Gen 3. But, I think that it's nice to see the shiny hunting community grow. That was honestly one of my goals as a YouTuber, was to... Well... The way that I'm about to put it is gonna seem kind of selfish in a way, but I just wanted to talk to people about shinies. I wanted to have people to talk to who were interested in the same very specific thing. So I wanted to see the community grow, and we could all have this happy little shiny hunting community. So I think that I've done a pretty solid job at... I don't know how much the shiny hunting community has grown directly from my channel. I mean, that's just hard to say. And I'm not the only shiny hunter here. There are so many amazing people. Like, dude, we've got Super Potion, we got Blue Vector, we got AbsolBlog's Pokemon, got Quick Panic. Dude, I have so many of my friends. I'm so sorry I'm not listing all of you, but you're all amazing. So many amazing people. And honestly, I wouldn't say that I had specific inspirations for what got me into shiny hunting, because or what got me into being a shiny hunting YouTuber, because to be honest, I didn't watch a whole lot of Pokemon videos. I still don't watch a whole lot of Pokemon videos, and this is like meaning zero offense to like my friends and my shiny hunting content creator peers. I do watch their videos from time to time because I like to support my friends, but I generally don't watch a lot of Pokemon videos because I like to do my own thing. I don't want to be influenced, you know? I've had 2 times where I was accused by a larger creator's following or the creator themselves of copying their videos, and it was complete coincidence. One of them was I had actually done the challenge first, but I had only streamed it on Twitch. But then I made a video doing the challenge again. It was the grayscale one, and people were like, "Oh, you copied this person." I was just like, "No, here's proof." And that was that. And the other one was just, I don't watch a lot of Pokemon YouTubers, and so, long story short, I had the same idea that someone else had already done in a video, and I didn't know that. I had even credited someone else with the idea because one of my friends just so happened to do the same challenge at like the same time. The like shiny hunting for the shiny Pokemon cards from Paldean Fates. So I was like, well, I know it's coincidence, but I still want to give credit just in case. But then it turns out someone else had also done that. So, that was very nerve-wracking. I don't like drama. I think it's silly, especially with shiny hunting. Which also reminds me, chat, I'm sure you already know not to do this, but don't gatekeep shiny hunts. Especially not on my behalf. What in the world? Because when my 3-segment to dunsparce hunt, when my finding and evolving shiny dunsparce every single day until I get a family of 3... What? Yeah, family of 3 dunsparce. I didn't mean to do that, but you get the idea. Oh no, there's no coming back from that. You get the idea. So, while I was doing that whole hunt, listen, I've got mouse hold on the brain because I'm hoping to, but hope is, I don't know if that's the right word. I'm possibly planning on hunting for family of 3 mousehold again, so I've got that on the brain. But anyways, 3-segment to dunsparce. When I was doing that hunt, some people started doing the same hunt, and I think that's really cool. Of course, if you're saying the exact same thing word for word, like copying mannerisms, that's a whole other story. But if you're just finding and evolving shiny dunsparce until you get a family of... Heckin'... Dang it, man. I can't do it. I can't heckin' do it. It's just a family of 3 now. Why? I think I'm going insane. Till I get a 3-segment to dunsparce. People can do that all they want. People can do the daily evolving dunsparce until you get a 3-segment to dunsparce. I don't care. I don't care if people do that format. I think it's really cool if people are inspired by me. I like bonus points if they give credit, but if they don't, it's just a shiny hunt. If it's like incredibly specific, and I guess this is partially, I can understand being like, that's kind of, you gotta give credit at some point, but it's a shiny hunt. I would never heckin' gatekeep a shiny hunt. Like, be so for real. Yes, can someone draw a family of 3 dunsparce? I think we need this. I just, how do I mess it up twice? Can I, like, am I even capable of saying that script anymore? I think because I had to train myself not to say 3-segmented dunsparce. I had to do that so much that it's now, I'm now having the opposite problem. How does it heckin' go? Finding and evolving shiny dunsparce every single day until I get a 3-segmented dunsparce. There we go. That's it. I don't know if I totally did like the voice, but 3-segment mouse hold. No, no one draw that, please. Nobody do that. I do not want to see a 3-segment mouse hold. What would that even, like, what would that even mean? Dude, I love Piffle so much. Piffle, the 3-segmented dunsparce. Each mouse is the segment? Okay. That's okay, because that's not cursed. No segment dunsparce looks amazing. No, guys, that's cursed. Stop this. Oh yeah, we're like 2.5 hours in. I just realized that. I am gonna have to stop soon, but challenge for you guys. Good luck. I don't know how many viewers are watching this and aren't subscribed, but we are less than a minute away from a certain time in my time zone, and we can match my subscriber count to that. Good luck. Hurry. That's not gonna happen. But it would be really funny. I don't think that there are gonna be like heckin' 80 people. I don't think it's gonna happen. It's too soon. It's too soon. It's not gonna happen. If I had yelled that like 5 minutes ago, then maybe. But that's not gonna happen. Especially because of stream delay. Well, we got 5 people apparently. Okay, well, listen, it's technically the time, but you've got like another 50 seconds at the time that I'm saying this. It would be really funny. It would be really funny. No, it's too far away. There's like, we would need 63 people. This is okay. But I think we'll end the stream at 4:20. Not 4:20. 4:30 my time. So like we've got a little less than 10 minutes. Because I can't overdo it, dude. We've gotten quite a few encounters in, though. I'm pretty sure that we've gotten like 1,000 encounters in this stream alone. Alex, that is a very good question. About art. But also don't spam. But, dude, you can make art however you want to make it. Yeah. Listen, I'm not going to limit people's creativity. But yeah, make sure not to spam. We don't appreciate the spam. Just somehow I didn't see that message until the last one. But don't let that be a sign to keep saying it. That is a bad thing to do. So, well, if you spammed, then you would get banned. Anyways. So, sorry, my brain just, like, went empty. This is why we're not doing the stream for too much longer. Oh yeah, the flip note frog is just gonna keep going, isn't it? Because you got the flip note frog sound whenever Whooper shows up to be like, somebody subscribed. But it doesn't happen every time. I believe it only happens if you have your YouTube account settings set so that we can see your, like, you have a public list of all the people you're subscribed to. So unless you have that, it's not going to show up, I think, unless they've changed things. Whoop. Thank you. Here's the thing. If your goal with YouTube is to get people, YouTube should be for fun. I can't word. That's the way that I've seen it from the very start. I didn't get into YouTube for the sake of the numbers or the popularity. I got into it because I just wanted to talk about shiny hunting and hopefully garner the audience that likes that sort of stuff. I think, the thing is, and I know YouTube has been doing this a lot lately, and it makes me really sad. YouTube nowadays has had a really big focus on business. There are so many channels out there that only care about growing their YouTube business and raising those numbers as quickly as possible. And I think that that is, well, one, that can't be healthy for you, and two, it just takes away the human expression of YouTube, you know? I don't think we need to see the same people, I don't think we need to see everyone try to copy everyone else and just follow in their footsteps to be that same person to gain popularity. I think that it's important to be your own person, and it's important to just don't get into YouTube with the expectation that you're gonna pop off. Because I did not. Dude, it was not that long ago that I was losing my mind over having 800 subscribers. So, like, honestly, I will be real with you. If you're wanting to get into YouTube as a job, I think that's kind of the first problem. I think it's possible to be like, I want to be a YouTuber and I want this to be my career, let's do it. I think it's possible, but I think in a lot of cases, a lot of YouTubers got into it for fun. And I think that's the best way to do it. Just post videos for the bit, to be silly. And just see where it goes from there. Of course, you gotta put some work into it, but that's about it. Now, when it comes to being a moderator, every once in a while, we have applications for them on, like, Discord. Mods, if you want to drop the Discord link, feel free. Only join Discord if you're old enough to be on Discord. it's very strict. I will say that. It's very dependent on like how much the team, like how long you've been in this community is one thing, and just like, because that gives us a better idea of who it is that's applying and how they behave, and if it's cool for them to be a mod. And then there are of course age restrictions. But yeah, you don't just get modded, and being a moderator is a lot less about having a special title and a lot more about it's a lot of work. I will say that. So I really appreciate the mods. We gotta appreciate the mods. You guys are all amazing. I always tell them, like almost every single stream, I'm like, hey, I'm going to stream like on this day. If you're able to, you are more than welcome to moderate. But if you don't have the time, or even if you just don't want to, it's okay. Don't worry about it. And like, yeah, it's not that bad moderating, generally speaking, but I think that it's important to not look at it as a special title, even though we gotta appreciate the moderators here. But yeah, let's, oh, this is perfect actually. Let's get to 1,740 encounters. And then we will call it. We will call it a day. Why are you hunting on the Japanese version? Because my dad got this for me for my birthday. And also, because the text goes by a lot faster. And I know there's only one bit where you have that. But, like, where you have the text where it's gonna matter with this hunt. But once you get to, like, 8,000 encounters, it adds up. You have a place to send art. So if you have any other socials, like, Twitter, my handles for all my social media, I believe, are in the description. And then you've also got the Discord, if you are old enough to be in the Discord, which I would hope so. Then you are able to join, and you can drop it in the fan art channel. Oh, wait, did we already get to... That feels wrong. Did we do those encounters really quickly? Did I mess up? Are we about to mess it up? I guess I should just put this in sleep mode so that we can keep the satisfying number. Well, no shiny today. It is what it is. I don't think I'm going to be streaming tomorrow, unfortunately, so this is my only stream for the full Odds Showdown. I'm sure it won't be the only time that I participate in one of these showdown events. Fingers crossed. I've been wanting to get into more shiny hunting events and activities and stuff. You know, get more involved in the community and have more fun with it. But yeah, of course, you can check out my Twitter. It's in the description. I honestly... If you have Twitter, I highly recommend following it because I think it's the place where I'm the most active. Unfortunately. Are you gonna do member streams? For now, I'm going to say no, but maybe in the future. Currently, it's not listed as a perk, so I'll leave it at that. But there will be more content for you channel members in the future. I'm working on it. Don't you worry. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing rest of your weekend. I will be participating in the weekend, as in Dynamax Adventures weekend, next weekend. So I might be streaming for that. We'll see what happens. And I guess we call it here. Have a wonderful weekend. Go chill, go relax. Maybe do some more shiny hunting like I'm gonna do after this. Bye.